Let me ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. How many times have you betrayed yourself and called it being realistic? How many dreams have you silenced because you were afraid someone would laugh? How many times did you lower your voice, shrink your ambition, or dim your fire just to fit inside rooms that were too small for your spirit? Be honest. Because this isn't about motivation. This is about confrontation. There is a version of you right now. Stronger, sharper, disciplined, fearless, and you are the only thing standing in its way. Self-doubt. That quiet assassin. That whisper in the dark that says, "Who do you think you are?" You hear it when you wake up early to chase something bigger. You hear it when you're about to take a risk. You hear it when you look at people who seem ahead of you. It doesn't scream. It negotiates. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe when you're more ready. Maybe you're not built for this. And you've been listening. You've been negotiating with fear like it's your advisor. But let me tell you something raw. Fear is not your advisor. It is your jailer. And every time you obey it, you reinforce the bars around your own life. I know what it feels like. To doubt your talent. To question your intelligence. To look in the mirror and wonder if you are enough. To feel behind. To feel invisible. To feel like everyone else got the blueprint except you. I know that feeling of scrolling through other people's success while your own progress feels microscopic. I know the ache of trying in silence and seeing no applause. The exhaustion of carrying potential that hasn't materialized yet. The frustration of knowing you're capable, but not seeing the evidence. And here's the truth you might not want to hear. You don't lack potential. You lack belief in your own authority. You keep waiting for permission. Permission from your family. From society. From results. From numbers. From validation. But the people you admire? They didn't wait for permission. They decided. And that decision became identity. Let me ask you something else. What if your doubt isn't proof that you're weak, but proof that you're standing at the edge of growth? What if the discomfort you feel is not a warning sign, but a doorway? Because comfort has never built anything extraordinary. Comfort keeps you average. Comfort keeps you explainable. Comfort keeps you small. And deep down, you know you were not built for small. There's a fire inside you that refuses to die. Even after disappointment. Even after rejection. Even after failure. You've been knocked down. Embarrassed. Ignored. Underestimated. But you're still here. Why? Because something inside you knows there's more. That more is not ego. It's calling. You were not designed to live a life dictated by doubt. You were designed to build. To lead. To create. To rise. But rising requires decision. Not motivation. Decision. The moment you decide that your excuses are no longer acceptable, everything changes. The moment you decide that your fear will not outrank your purpose, everything shifts. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path is familiar. Safe. Predictable. It's the path where you stay where you are. Where you blame circumstances. Blame timing. Blame background. Blame lack of resources. The other path? It's uncertain. Demanding. It requires discipline. It requires consistency when you don't feel like it. It requires showing up when nobody is watching. And that's the path that transforms you. Let me tell you something powerful. Self-doubt does not disappear before action. It shrinks after action. Confidence is not a prerequisite. It's a result. You don't wait to feel ready. You move and readiness catches up. You don't wait to feel confident. You act and confidence grows. You don't wait to believe in yourself. You behave like someone who believes in themselves. And belief follows behavior. Right now, I need you to feel this. You are not behind. You are in training. You are not failing. You are refining. You are not weak. You are untested. And pressure reveals power. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are becoming dangerous. Every time you wake up and move despite doubt, you are rewiring your identity. Every time you keep going when it would be easier to quit, you are building a version of yourself that cannot be shaken. You want transformation? Then stop asking for comfort. Ask for strength. Stop asking for clarity without movement. Ask for courage. Stop negotiating with fear. Command it. Stand in front of the mirror and say it. I am not finished. Say it again. I am not small. Say it until your chest feels different. I was built for more. Because here's a truth bomb you need to hear. The world does not reward potential. It rewards execution. There are people less talented than you winning because they decided to move. There are people less intelligent than you succeeding because they refuse to stop. There are people less capable than you building because they chose discipline over emotion. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be faithful to your purpose. Self-doubt will try again tomorrow. It will show up when you wake up. It will whisper when you sit alone. It will speak when you attempt something bold. But now you know something it doesn't. You know that doubt is not destiny. Decision is. Every morning you wake up is a vote. A vote for who you are becoming. Are you voting for comfort? Or are you voting for greatness? Because greatness is not glamorous. It is repetitive. It is boring. It is disciplined. It is saying no when it would be easier to say yes. It is staying when it would be easier to run. It is working when no one is watching. And then one day, not magically, but predictably, because discipline compounds, because belief compounds, because identity compounds, and the person you become in private will shock the world in public. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Disciplined, stronger, clear, focused. Imagine looking back at this version of you. The one doubting. The one hesitating. The one negotiating with fear. And smiling. Because you didn't quit. You endured. You pushed. You decided. That future version of you is real. But it requires something from you today. Courage. Not loud courage. Quiet courage. The courage to show up again tomorrow. The courage to try again after embarrassment. The courage to risk looking foolish for the sake of growth. Let me say this clearly. You were not born to survive your life. You were born to shape it. You were not given breath to play small. You were given breath to build. And everything you need to start is already inside you. Not resources. Not connections. Not applause. Decision. The moment you decide that your purpose is bigger than your fear, you become unstoppable. Not because life becomes easy, but because you become anchored, rooted, unmovable. There is destiny attached to your discipline. There is power attached to your persistence. There is impact attached to your courage. And one day, sooner than you think, the same voice that once whispered doubt will whisper something different. Look how far you've come. But that voice only changes if you change your actions. So here is your command. Stand up. In your room. In your mind. In your spirit. Stand up and declare. I will not betray myself anymore. I will not shrink. I will not let fear lead. I choose discipline. I choose growth. I choose to become. Because destiny is not random. It responds to action. It responds to repetition. It responds to the relentless. And you? You are not ordinary. You are in the middle of becoming. Self-doubt is not your identity. It is your opponent. And today, you stop running from it. Today, you confront it. Today, you decide. The next 30 days can redefine you. The next decision can redirect you. The next action can rebuild you. You are closer than you think. Stronger than you feel. More capable than your doubt admits. And when you finally step fully into who you are meant to be, the world will not recognize you. But you will. And that recognition will feel like destiny. Now go. Build. Rise. Become. The war inside you ends the moment you choose who wins.